chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls out there. These narcissists that are involved in your life collect souls, okay? Along their journey before you, they've collected souls, right? They've took ownership of that soul. A lot of people in their past miss the narcissist, want the narcissist back, okay? But also, by them, destroying people, okay? Even if these were toxic people in their past, still the narcissist, doing things that are wrong to them, they'll still, accrue negative karma, okay? But like, especially when it comes to involving you as an empath, chosen one, a genuine soul, and they only meet one of these individuals like yourself once in their lifetime, okay? And when they come up against you, this is really their demise, okay? Karma's coming for them, okay? Karma comes through you. You see, they may have looked down at other suppliers and things like that. The narcissist that was involved in your life, even if they presented themselves as if they're looking down at you, right? Really, in the core of them, they felt very inadequate, and their self-esteem was getting affected by being around you. So this was the karma already working while you was in the presence of them, okay? In their inner world, they were getting narcissistic injuries, they were getting affected, and they make radical decisions to monkey branch to new supplies, etc. And they then get the karma of realizing your value, okay? And it's this very significant thing, the impact you make by you being a good person and a decent person in the world we live in. You supersede the rest. You stand out from the crowd. Okay, you really stand out because people don't have your qualities. People are not genuine. People are not true, right? People are not authentic. You had these qualities, so you stand out to the narcissist, and they can go into a collapse from the loss of a chosen one, empath or genuine soul. They can go into a narcissistic collapse, and this is what they'll fall into. And this is karma coming for them again through you. You see, they've deceived people their whole lives. They've come up against people their whole lives. They've deceived people. They've caused havoc in people's lives. But you're the one that makes them realize that you have the qualities, because they also thought that they could manipulate a new supplier to be like you. And this is what their life will consist of now, of trying to make suppliers be like you or look for suppliers like you. This is what they have to look for, because they know what they had with you. I've even spoken to victims of narcissistic abuse, and narcissists will try and make the new supply look like the empath, the chosen one, and the genuine soul. They'll try and make them do things, right? And this is just karma. Imagine that. They're trying to play Dr. Frankenstein and try and create something in a person, right? This is what they're doing, okay? And I know many of you get confused when you say new supply. The new supply is not like you, okay? A new supply is not the same as you. These new suppliers are like cheaters and liars. They knew about your relationship, things like that, okay? And that's why they'll never have that level of trust with the new supplier either, okay, that they had with you. So that's why you will stand out from the rest of them, and that's part of the narcissist karma. And also on top of this, okay, this is why I say get your mind right? This is what you've got to focus on after narcissistic abuse, is getting your mind right, is going through the healing journey, is getting preparing. You're preparing for your life to emerge to brighter days. And that's the ultimate karma for the narcissist. You go in a brighter direction. You succeeding. You doing well. They hate that. They're miserable. Their life is karma. They're soul collectors. They've damaged so many souls that they're carrying a lot of debt on their heads from the universe and God in negative karma. They're carrying a huge debt, and this narcissistic collapse they go through, where they might even start to withdraw from people. That's what I'm saying. Don't be sitting around watching their social media long enough to see if they do this, but they can potentially withdraw where they won't even have a supply source. They can withdraw from people from a narcissistic collapse. They can back away from people. So this is why, like, when you see them out there masquerading with artificial light, living their so-called best life with new supplies and that, you can't take this stuff seriously. Everything's an image with them. You can't take nothing they're doing seriously. In their inner world, they are distraught. Like the amount of times I see people saying they've got a new supply, that means they don't care. Like, supplies aren't equal. They will accompany themselves around a supply source that's less worthy for the sheer fact they're too stubborn to come back and tell you the truth about how much better it was when they had you in their life. They'll be stubborn and they'll not do that. A lot of them. It's like you can't just hope or wish for a direct hoover of a declaration of love and a correction of the error of their ways, and that's the only way that you're gonna know you're worthwhile. And like, you can't. Your validation needs to come spiritually. You need to have this knowing inside yourself that they've got what's coming to them. You're going on to brighter things, and they ain't gonna get over you. This is what you go on the journey of, rolling solo, being on your own, building yourself with self-love, filling your own cup. You get to a place where you know this in your heads. You know this. You know that they will never find someone like you ever again. Okay? And you know that God or the universe is working against them. However much it seems like it's going in their favor. Trust in the process, trust in God, trust in the universe. All things in the dark will come to the light. Okay? In one way or another. They run into new suppliers that take advantage of them. They run into new suppliers that manipulate them. They were protected when they were with you. Because you're so genuine and authentic and true, you protected them, almost mollycoddled them from the reality of the world, and they get used to that around you. Then they go out there around new people and they think they make the same mistake that you made in being with them, thinking people are on the same level. This is what narcissists go out there and do. They make that mistake, then they're already married or had kids with a new supply, and then they realize that the new supply is toxic like they are, and they're stuck in those situations. That's why you shouldn't compete with them or look at them going off on a honeymoon or getting married as you're less than or something like that. Like they're gonna they're falling into a narcissistic collapse. A lot of them will indulge in risky behavior, promiscuity. They're indulging all this stuff like as coping mechanisms. That's what they're with these new supplies for. They're trying to cope with your loss. They're trying to learn how to cope with your loss. That's what they're facing now. Okay? So this is how the karma is going to come and affect them. But remember, where you go in life as well is their karma. And that's what you've got to focus on now. They're getting dealt with, right? They've got karma from other people they've hurt and other people they've betrayed as well. They've got a big debt on their heads. They're like soul collectors. They've damaged a lot of souls, including your own. Okay? They've damaged a lot of souls. They're deviants. This is why you're not meant to be around them. You're not meant to be around them. That's why this come to an end. You're not meant to be around them whatsoever. You see? You can't be on they can't be on your path where you're going. They need to go their own way. And I know some of you really tried to stop that from happening, but you've got to let them go. they can't be on your path. They're not worthy to be on the path that you walk, the things that you're going to encounter in life, and the way your life's going to progress, and the wisdom you're going to get, and the wisdom you're going to obtain. They're not ready to go on your path. They're actually holding you back and preventing your rise. That's why they need to go. So let karma work. Okay? You go on your own journey, work in your direction, where your life opens up for brighter days. They're going to be pissed at that. They keep watch on you. And their lives are going downhill, regardless if they're in new relationships or not. Okay? Karma's affecting them, and they're going to go into a narcissistic collapse from the loss of you and the absence of you. Okay? So anyway, I'll be back on our video soon. Peace.